Welcome to Lunch Break Reviews. Each episode, we unpack something from our lunch, whether it's a main course like a movie, TV show, or comic, or a side dish like a trailer or a hot rumor. We check out who prepared the meal, see what others are saying about it, and then take a bite ourselves, breaking it down with the lunch break point system. I'm Bradley Butin, the self-proclaimed Emperor of Awesome. There is no time to waste. Let's open up this brown bag of goodness and see what's on the menu. And today, that is going to be Fight or Flight, the new Josh Hartnett movie. I can't wait to break this one down. That is today's featured dish. Let's take a quick look at the synopsis. A quick synopsis is just a mercenary takes on the job of tracking down a target on a plane, but must protect her when they're surrounded by people trying to kill both of them. All right. The creatives on this one is, let's see, we have James Madgrin. Sorry, I'm pronouncing your name. If you recognize his style, is he directed Iron Man 2 and Transformers Rise of the Beast. This is written by Brooks McLaurin. He wrote How It Ends. And DJ Katrana, more known as an actor from Shazam, G.I. Joe Retaliation, from Dusk Till Dawn, the series. And the top stars in this movie are Josh Hartnett, plays Lucas Reyes. You recognize him from Lucky Number 11, Black Hawk Down, Trap, 30 Days of Night, and Black Dahlia. I think Lucky Number 11 is probably one of my favorite movies with Josh Hartnett. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's a great actor. I would love to see what he could have done in the DC or Marvel. Charithra Chandran, I'm so sorry for saying that name, probably really wrong. She's Aisha. Recognize her from Dune Prophecy, and when I saw it, I'm like, I knew that. Bridgerton as well. Katie Sackhoff plays Catherine Brunt. No need to really push this one very much. Battlestar Galactica, Riddick, The Mandalorian, and Clone Wars is Bo-Katan Kryze. You know, like, she is one of all of us nerd boys' favorite actresses out there. She's got her hands in so many franchises. It is crazy, and well done. Julian Kostov, he plays Aaron Hunter from the White Lotus, Creature Commandos, and Shadow and Bone. And when I saw Shadow and Bone, I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. I know that guy now. And Juju Chan, Sasto, I'm again saying that really bad. Master Liam, you recognize her from Woo Assassins, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny, Jujutsu, and Savage Dog. Let's move into some ratings all around the world here, or all around the internet anyway. IMDb has this at a 6.4 out of 10. Metacritic has a Metascore of 59 out of 100 with 22 critic reviews. The user score is a 6.4 out of 10 with 14 user reviews. Letterboxd has it as a 3 out of 5, and Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 76% on the tomato meter and a 74% on the popcorn meter. And you know what? This is one of those rare instances where everything is pretty close together, and I'm probably going to be right there as well. We'll see how everything breaks out, but before we break it down, let's take a little taste test. Let's go over some reviews. Let's start with some critic reviews. I got a critic consensus from Rotten Tomatoes, and that is Josh Hartnett's go for broke performance gives Fight or Flight wings, sustaining this daffy action comedy and at an entertaining cruising altitude that refreshingly doesn't wear out its welcome. As from the review consensus, and Kiko Martinez, the Cinesnob, I can't talk either today, bad for a podcast guy. The Cinesnob podcast, while all the extreme violence happening 30,000 feet in the air is entertaining, Fight or Flight takes a massive nosedive when it lets anyone on the ground speak. Yeah, okay, see it. Robert Daniels from the New York Times says this: Hartnett and Chandra's laid-back chemistry steadied the film's turbulent tonal shifts, adding a punch that the shakingly choreographed action lacks. All right, Fair enough. Katie Walsh from Tribune News Service surprisingly apart midair. Ergo, the old truism has never been truer. When it comes to fight or flight, your mileage may vary. Yeah, that's probably pretty fair. I like that. I like that one a lot. Michael Cook from KLRT TV. This is an over-the-top, kinetic, and violent movie. It's a bit derivative in terms of action flick. I must give it its due because it does deliver on what it's supposed to do. Well, all right. There's the critics. Let's take a look at some viewer or some audience reviews. And this is my review disclaimer. These reviews are chosen based on title alone, and I haven't read them beforehand. So let's dive in together. Please excuse any mispronunciations as I read them exactly as they appear, punctuation quirks and all. My first one is a 1-star review from Ferticha, Feritciva. Yes, and that is... All right, and it's 1 out of 10. Seriously, people like this, are you all okay? Do you need some help or support? Okay, now as of 2025, I have long gave up seeing a decent movie, good characters, nice acting, etc. But this, unfortunately, after John Wick, we see repeatedly same brutal fights, gore, mindless violence, etc., in movies. This movie decreases the bar even more below. No characters, no backstory, no storytelling, but more violence, more blood. Oh, and even the disguises itself as comedy action. I am really bored of these mindless action flicks that I felt bad for Josh Hartnett, who I used to like before. But the real shocker for me in this movie is Katie Suckoff. It's a bad spell. You should have corrected that. Who was our beloved Starbuck once. She has turned into a kind of zombie. Yes, I guess the zombie apocalypse is upon us, and it began with this movie industry. All right, that's fun. Let's do another bad review. Okay, this is a 2 out of 10 from John Green and is titled Implausibility Up to 11. Warning, spoilers. If you thought that the Bodyguard films contained a high body count, then here is this tawdry excuse for a film which has the nerve to hang on the plot of a homicidal agent high on his own alcoholic decline, coming back to fight the usual threats to Western security, highly motivated moral crusader with a supercomputer who threatens the world order. Damn these lefties. She masquerades as a meek stewardess on a plane that gives opulence a new meaning. I don't know the original meaning. The plane is full of central casting baddies, unshaven Serbs, mostly who meet their end at our indestructible hero's hands in ways so violent you wonder at the sanity of the director. That should be a compliment. The chainsaw episode is a new low. It's a movie, but not an episode. I digress. Sure, he gets stabbed here and there, but the genre demands he survive to fight another day. With hardly a sentence free of the F word, even the camp plane crew. This is such a punishment, even with the subtitles on. I don't doubt there is an appropriate audience for this in the depths of hell. But ITV2-3 put this on primetime Saturday nights. Okay, cool. All right. We're going to get into the middle ground now. Let's take a look at a 4-star. This is from R.L. Haag, Haag, and it's titled, Josh Hartnett, I hope you have another career besides Hollywood. Okay. All right, we're going to make this bad. Okay, warning, spoilers. First, the good news. Some of the parts are funny, but few and far between. Liked seeing Katie Sackhoff in a different role than sci-fi. Josh, dude, you need roles other than Lucky Number 7. The bad news, fight scenes uncoordinated, seems slapped together. Pilots, are you kidding? Break out a manual to handle an emergency. The servers on the plane, who cares? The ghost, well played, but not enough to draw the audience in. I liked her bodyguards, wished they would have been written that they survived. What the hell happened to the plane? The ending indicated sequel. That's just not gonna happen. The same people who coordinated the fight scenes in Kill Bill should have been hired in for this. Always the people that did John Wick, I believe, but again, cool. All right, another. We're gonna get into the better reviews now, so now we're gonna come up to a 6 out of 10. Here we go. This is from Flash Callahan, a 6 out of 10, entitled Bullet Plane. Warning, spoilers. A mercenary is assigned a target on a flight, but when rival assassins board the plane, assassin and target are forced to team up. Yeah. It's the Josh Hartnett show here. He's a heavy drinker because he's Irish, kooky because of his hair, and dangerous because of his past. His past is basically doing a shot-for-shot remake of The Last Boy Scout when Willis found the senator assaulting a woman and punched him. Hartnett literally does the same in this and becomes an outcast. As for the film, it's nothing more than a remake of Bullet Train, but it's a lot more fun. We spend the majority of the film with Hartnett literally fighting almost everyone on the plane, and the action ups the ante every time a set piece gets underway. It's not original in the slightest, but it's just an adrenaline rush of a film on a tighter budget. And it's good to see Hartnett having so much fun. You won't remember it a day later, but it's fun while it lasts. Okay, there's your 6 out of 10. We're going to jump up more into a good review. We're going to do an 8 out of 10. And this is from a Daniel J. Farting. Okay. This is titled Entertaining, Fast, Fun, Wild, Silly, Well-Made Comic Actioner. And here we go. In Fast, Fun, Comic Actioner, Fight or Flight, hard-drinking, disgraced ex-secret agent Josh Hartnett, excellent, is pulled back into action by bosses Katie Sackhoff and Julian Kostov to apprehend an unknown baddie aboard a long-distance passenger jet. However, the jet is also full of global assassins after a baddie's bounty. So all violent hell breaks loose. Charithra Chandra, sorry again for bad pronunciations, offered good support, while first-time director James Magrin gives full pace and energy to DJ Catrone's debut screenplay. It's a wild and silly ride. Think John Wick and Kick-Ass. Light but well-made and thoroughly entertaining. Cracking stuff. And finally, we get to a 10 out of 10. And this is from IMDb fan 9185778511. It is titled Silly But Brilliant. Hartnett was a wonderful lead, using his comedy chops to great effect whilst proving he can still kick arse. Hartnett was backed up by a more than capable cast who helped drive the film along. The story was interesting and fun, with a few simple and admittedly predictable twists along the way, but as predictable as the twist was, it never felt boring or uninteresting. The action sequences were varied and plentiful, with enough bone snaps to make a weak stomach wince. With a little bit of luck, they will be doing a sequel, as the ending was left as about to open a film could possibly be. Highly recommend this movie. Okay, we heard good, we heard bad, we heard critics, and we heard from the users, from the viewers. So let's take a look. Did any of these change your mind after seeing it, or does anything make you want to go see it? Were the reviews valid? I think most of these were. I didn't think we just ran in any haterade or anything like that. So, which is kind of nice. So let's go ahead and let's get this. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get this into the lunch break point system. Lunch break point system is a unique lunch-themed rating system designed to help you decide if a movie, TV show is worth your time. Each title is scored across 5 key categories: taste test, flavor, table talk, Second Helping, and Craving More, with up to 5 points per category, totaling 25 points. Bonus points can be awarded for standout elements, think movie fog or Oscar worthiness, or deducted for major missteps. Cringe factor, for example, the final score determines if it's a packet or toss it in the trash. And remember, a bad lunch can ruin your entire day. So here we go. We are going to start with the taste test. The taste test, this is the initial impact of the movie, okay? So what did I think? Just going into it, I take this a couple ways. One being just like, hey, from the first like 5 minutes of the movie, or like you keeping me throughout the taste of it. So it's like the initial impact. For 1 point, cold and bland, took too long to get going or lost me early. 3 points would be decent, not bad, but needed a few more bites to warm up. Or 5 points, instant hit, hooked me immediately. I have to give this a 5 because the movie starts, not a 5. I'll give it a 4. The movie starts out with this huge thing going on, and then it goes back 12 hours. So you know what's coming, and you're trying to see how it gets there. And what they do is pretty ridiculous. I'm a ridiculous kind of person. I'm one of those people that I like to just, hey, if your movie fog is good enough, and I'm immersed into it, you can do whatever you want, and I'm going to be bought into it. So I think for that, I think it's better than a 3 because it was really good. I was into it right away. But is it a 5 type movie? Probably not. 4. I'm okay with a 4. The flavor. This is the overall quality of the movie. For 1 point, be bland, missing major ingredients. 3 points, be tasty enough, mostly satisfying, but not mind-blowing. For 5, full feast. This is like everything came together perfectly. For me, it's gonna be a 3. For me, I liked it. It was nothing special. Like I told everybody, like, this is just a good, dumb, awesome action movie that I want to watch more of. And sometimes you just need that stuff in your life. Next is gonna be table talk. All right, so this is the buzz factor, okay? So for 1 point, no one's talking, it's forgettable. 3 points, a few conversations, maybe some chatter, some memes, nothing huge. And for 5 points, everyone buzzing, can't avoid it, must talk material. So for me, I think, I don't see a lot of people talking about this. As a matter of fact, I don't even, until I saw a trailer for it, I didn't even know it was on a radar. So, and I remember seeing like, okay, what's this? This looks kind of cool, So I'm gonna give this a 2, since there's not really a ton out there. The marketing department on this movie, I don't feel is that great. So we're gonna mark this down as a 2. Second helpings, rewatchability. I'm absolutely going to watch this again, whether it comes when it comes on streaming, or I might even go watch this in the theater again if I can talk my wife or my kid into it. So for that alone, it's going to probably at least be a 3. But let's see, where does second helpings go? This is the rewatchability of it. A 1 point would be one and done, no desire to revisit. 3 points would be maybe later, I'd watch it again under the right mood. And 5 points is absolutely ready to dig in again soon. Man, I mean, like, really, I could watch it again tomorrow. So I think I got to give this a 4. All right. And for the 5th point here, we're going to do craving more. Do I want more content from this universe? And the answer is absolutely yes. But for 1 point, it would be I'm full. No need for more of this. 3 points would be I'm down for more, but I'm not hungry for it. And for 5 points, starving for more. Give me sequels, prequels, and a franchise right now. Yeah. I'm thinking I really want to see more of this, especially the way that they ended it. So I am going to give this a 5 for craving more. I've told a lot of people about this movie, and I'm doing this over my Thunderbolts episode. So that's all some good marks there. So I'm looking at an 18 points out of 25 as of right now. Can I give this any bonus points? And so let's take a look. So these are my own list of bonus points that I've kind of come up with. Send me some ideas for more bonus points, or if I think something could go, I'm going to do it. Same with penalties. We'll get into penalties next. Here's what I got. I got a soundtrack slaps. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing huge. Oscar-worthy acting? Absolutely not. Instant classic, no. Pacing perfection, no. Comedy gold, that comedy action, is it enough for a bonus point? No, I don't think so. Iconic scenes, no. But for the movie fog, I will give this a point for movie fog because I was totally invested in the movie, and they did that right. It's not you're not getting anything new out of this movie, but you're going to enjoy what you get. So right now we're sitting on a total of 19 out of 25. And penalties. Here's my penalty list that I got. Pacing drag, absolutely not. This movie flew by. Like, it really did. I don't think I looked at my watch once. Sequel baiting too hard? No, I don't think so. Cringe factor. I mean, you did feel some cringiness when there was some bone breaks and stuff like that. I thought the choreography was pretty good. So I don't know where some of those reviews that were hitting. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, you're in a plane, so space is limited. Burnt to a crisp, cringe factor, predictability. There was some predictable parts. The main twist, they got there really quick, and I think that's what saved it from being predictable. Because my brain hadn't even connected it there yet. So I think we're going to stick with just the 19 out of 25. So here we go. Total points is going to be 19 out of 25. So where does that take us? Okay. So with this, 0 to 9 points is going to be a toss in the trash. 10 to 14 points is going to be left in the break room. 15 to 19 is going to be a quick lunch. That's where this is going to land. 20 to 24 is worth it, and a 25 is a packet, 100% best lunch ever. So we're right there on the upper middle. We're in line with a lot of the reviews, I think. So I think this is a fair reading of the movie. So with all that, man, I gotta say this. I was watching the movie, and the entire time I'm thinking, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yes, I believe in Joe Hendry. Josh Hartnett, man, the entire movie, I'm thinking, you're giving me some Joe Hendry vibes, and I'm for it, man. I'm all for it. Let's get Joe Hendry in a little bit of everything. So here we go. Do you agree or disagree with the reviews or the lunch break point system? Let me know in the comments. You can find me on Letterboxd at NerdDadBrad. My written review is up on there. YouTube at NerdPositive1, Facebook at NerdPositive, TikTok at NerdPositive1, and X at NerdDadBrad. All right, I am going to start doing some more TikToks on more things instead of what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to try to get a bunch of comic stuff out there as well. But you can always have the full episodes downloaded, for all the fun stuff here, everywhere you get your podcasts, on Spotify, Apple, or my big ones. So here we go. Thanks for tuning in to Lunch Break Reviews. For more bite-sized reviews or latest on TV shows, comics, and blockbusters, follow and let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating and share the show with someone you want to make a little more awesome. Want to join the conversation? Reach out and maybe you'll be the next guest on Lunch Break Reviews or the next special episode like Chasing Legends Until Dawn. Hey, Kat, you're awesome. Have a good day. Bye-bye.